Elvis Presley, the singer who shaked, rattled, and rolled his way to rock history in the 1950s, died today in Memphis. He was 42. Presley, whose influence on rock music was enormous, spawning a whole generation of imitators and stars in their own right, was pronounced dead on arrival at Baptist Hospital in Memphis. Hospital officials said he died of respiratory distress, but they were no more specific than that.
Elvis Presley was known as the King of Rock and Roll. Born on January the 8th of 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis rose to become one of the most influential figures in music history, changing the landscape of popular culture forever. Elvis's love for music began young. He was influenced by the gospel music he had heard at church, the rhythm and blues from the local radio stations, and the country music that was so popular in the South at that time. At the age of 13, his family moved to Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis then absorbed the rich and musical culture of Beale Street. It was here that his unique style began to take shape, a fusion of gospel, blues, and country that would eventually create rock and roll. In 1954, Elvis walked into Sun's studio to record a song for his mother, but it was his rendition of That's All Right Mama that caught the attention of Sam Phillips, the studio's owner. Phillips knew that he had found something special, and soon Elvis's career took off. His first single became a regional hit, and before long, he was a national sensation. By 1956, Elvis was everywhere, on the radio, television, and even in the movies, and his first major hit, Heartbreak Hotel, was topping the charts.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, once more to Hollywood, to see and hear that man again, Mr. Elvis Presley, to Hollywood.
His charismatic performances on shows like The Ed Sullivan Show had made him a household name. Despite all of his massive success, Elvis remained a humble and down-to-earth person. He served in the U.S. Army from 1958 to 1960, where he met his future wife Priscilla. The two married in 1967, having one daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, who was the light of Elvis's life. However, as the 1960s came into play, Elvis's career began to shift. The British invasion, led by bands like the Beatles, had changed the music scene, and Elvis found himself competing with a brand new generation of rock stars. In the 1970s, Elvis was back on top, performing sold-out shows in Las Vegas while touring across the country. However, his personal life was slowly in decline. His marriage to Priscilla ended in divorce in 1973, and Elvis increasingly turned to prescription drugs to cope with the pressures of fame, loneliness, and physical ailments. By the mid-1970s, it became clear that Elvis was in trouble. On August the 16th of 1977, Elvis was found unresponsive at his Graceland home in Memphis. Despite all efforts to revive him, he would be pronounced dead at the age of 42 years old.
Elvis Presley died here about 3:30 this afternoon. He had been found in his bathroom, unconscious, not breathing, was brought to the hospital by ambulance. Efforts to revive him in the ambulance and efforts to revive him here at the hospital were unsuccessful, and Elvis was declared dead at 3:30.
The news had shocked the world, and millions mourned the loss of a cultural icon.
Because I loved him so much. I've been here all night and all day today, too.
Can you give me any idea what it means to you, this having happened? What does it make you feel?
Just sorrow, sadness.
I just want to be here. I never want to leave. I don't want to leave him.
Elvis's legacy continues to thrive today. He's remembered not only for his iconic music, but for the way that he transformed popular culture. Graceland has become a place of pilgrimage for fans from around the globe, and Elvis's influence can still be felt in all facets of popular culture today. The Thesis Radio Network pays tribute to the King of Rock and Roll and celebrates Elvis Presley on this day, the day of his death in 1977.